Hello everyone and welcome to Valencia, where it is time to go racing for the Valencia Grand Prix here in 2022. We are getting all set and ready for what will be a very exciting race coming our way. It is going to be an incredible battle here on this street circuit, which you can right now see in your picture with the traditional 3 sectors with lots of challenging corners in between. You have 2 DRS zones and you have 57 laps with 5.1 kilometers and 3.36 miles for the drivers to navigate. The middle of the Pirelli range with the soft, the medium and the hard compound of tyres, the C4, the C3 and the C2. Okay, here we go then. Let's run you through the grid for this race coming our way. We'll do it from the back first of all. Bottas with the penalty will be in 20th. He's alongside Sebastian Vettel, who will go from 19th. Yuki Tsunoda is alongside Daniel Ricciardo for McLaren, and then Mick Schumacher lines up alongside Alexander Albon, who qualified in 15th place yesterday. Lance Stroll with a penalty is demoted down to 14th. He's alongside the Haas driver Kevin Magnussen. Nicholas Latifi is alongside Lewis Hamilton, who would have been disappointed with that qualifying to be all the way down outside the top 10. Talking about the top 10, we're inside of it now. Alonso is alongside Charles Leclerc, who also is another driver who suffered from a penalty. Joe is alongside Lando Norris. Carlos Sainz lines up alongside the leading Mercedes in the field, George Russell. As we go into the top 4, Sergio Perez is beaten by Pierre Gasly in the sister team. He's qualified the car in 3rd, and then it's Max Verstappen alongside Esteban Ocon, who will be lining up on pole position for this race. Three, 4, 5, red lights on. 5 lights off and we're underway. Good launch off the line for Max Verstappen. He's immediately into the lead. There goes Pierre Gasly in the background. You can see he is trying to make the move to try and take 2nd place, but it was a super launch off the line for Max Verstappen and he went straight up into the lead. Car 1, P1 at this stage. Ocon, then Gasly in 3rd position at this stage, so Ocon was able to stay ahead of Gasly and that was critical. Let's take a look at the launch. Brilliant in qualifying yesterday. Not quite the same story when it came to the start in the race. Disappointing to immediately find himself losing out to Max Verstappen, who got the start. And as I mentioned, it was very nearly Gasly who also got through. We saw that in the background of our shot, but Ocon getting the power down and maintaining 2nd position. A very exciting and chaotic start to the race, but a dream one for the Red Bull of Max Verstappen once again as he tries to win this race. Still has a long way to go, but we'll take a look at the start from him. So we'll go on board with him and we'll see. Just incredible, just immediately passed, no contest, can pick whatever line he wants. He's got all of the room in the world. He's not got a car alongside, and that was all thanks to that amazing start off the line. No wheel spin, straight up into the lead, and he'll be hoping that he has that view for the remainder of the race. Okay, let's ride on board then with the McLaren now of Daniel Ricciardo. It can always be tight through this part of the circuit, so he's made up a couple of positions. He's got the Haas's battling in front, so you can see Schumacher, Magnussen side by side directly in front of us at this stage. And oh, the Haas's come to blows. The Haas's come to blows, and Daniel Ricciardo will say thank you very much, possibly in a few moments' time. As we now cut over to Yuki Tsunoda. He was also involved in a battle and he was right up to the wall, touching the wall. Touching the inside wall there, and oh, more contact.
Someone hit me in the back.
Copy, Yuki.
So the Alfa Romeo into the side. Here we go. So George Russell has moved up to 2nd position at this stage. And he's going for the lead. George Russell going for the lead. He's got the outside line. Can he get ahead of Max Verstappen? He's gone through. And George Russell gets into the lead of this race. A super move out of this contact, and Russell's been flipped over. Russell gets flipped over. The leading two collide, and Max Verstappen, who lost the lead, goes into the back of George Russell. That was a moment that we weren't expecting at all. We basically saw the move. The red flag is out, as you can see. The FIA have decided that we need to go to the red flag. Just misjudges his braking point and into the back of Russell. Well, we saw the move. The move was completed, and then we have that moment, which no one would have expected. And then catch us all by surprise. Let's hear from Russell. Sure, it catch him by surprise. As you can see, he's okay. With the text radio there. Because he's going into the braking zone normally, probably celebrating as the camera goes offline, but probably celebrating that he's just got the lead, and it ends like that. Black flag!
Where should I go?
You don't often see that in Formula 1. Here we go. We're waiting for the 5 lights to come on. 3, 4, 5. On once more. And the second start is go. This time we've got a Red Bull off the line, but this time it's Sergio Perez who sprints into the lead. Great getaway from him. And then it's going to be Pierre Gasly trying to give him chase. These two qualified on the second row in qualifying yesterday. Now both about to do battle at the front. Perez, Gasly, Norris, the top 3. This race continues to change on its head. And our pole sitter finds himself in 4th with Sainz in 5th, Joe doing well in 6th, Alonso, Ricardo, Hamilton, and Charles Leclerc, the top 10 at this stage. So Sergio Perez will look to push on as we see some clouds in the air. As you can see. So could that mean some rain's coming? I believe we've got Schumacher into the wall. So we had the yellow flags. We saw Schumacher dropping down the order. So, well, there we go. He is stopped. And he's into the barrier. What has happened here for Mick Schumacher? So, we have got a bit of a battle at Vettel. Oh, but the red flag's out once again. So that's Sebastian Vettel who he's battling with. And the two German drivers come to blows. And is he just going to accelerate that and then just get stuck and can't reverse? Oh! Exactly what happens. Exactly as predicted. Because of course we cut to it first before the replay, so we knew how he ended up. But we went down into the braking zone. Loads of curb usage, leaving a lot of room. Then once again we saw the inside wall hit by a driver.
That's clearly my corner.
And another camera offline. But yes, we saw it earlier on in the race. So we saw it again for Vettel now as we ride on board with him. He's gonna hit the inside wall. We saw that earlier on in the race, as I just mentioned. It's always so tight for going somewhere, so there you go. And then wait for it. We're heading into contact.
Which gap was that? I didn't see that.
Here we go! Battle for second place is on! And Lando Norris gets there! Can Carlos Sainz go through? Big opportunity for him to also try and capitalise, but it's the McLaren of Norris who's got through. Those cars. Oh, spin! Lando spins around! Lando Norris loses it! And he will try rejoin the road and get ahead of Ocon. A huge moment! A dramatic moment! Let's see. Lando Norris. He got the move. And he was about to get, well, the celebration from McLaren until he's about to loop it around. He's about to get all of the praise, but instead he finds himself hitting that inside wall and round. I mean, he's lucky that he blocked everyone. And everyone, of course, had to get on the brakes to make sure that they didn't hit him. And it basically meant he didn't lose out too much to say what he could have. And this was it. This was Gasly being forced wide during it. And then that's where the McLaren of Norris will get through. Inside line. And then he would have been like, well, let's try defend third. Now we've got a Ferrari behind us. that is definitely hungry for a position. Then he sees this moment, he has to get on the brakes just to make sure that he doesn't hit. Oh, Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is off the road and he is stranded. How has he ended up there? Let's find out then. And is that going to be a late lunge? He thought about the late lunge. It wasn't. And then we've got a Ferrari coming through and a spin. A spin around for the Ferrari. Hamilton continues. And oh, he's just going to make a mistake of his own.
I'm so sorry, guys. So sorry to damage the car.
You can hear the disappointment. Okay, let's ride on board. Well, let's go helicam with Joe. Goodness me, I thought he was going to go into the back of Esteban Ocon, but instead he's gone through. Or has he? You can still see to the side if you look over to the right hand side that we've still got an Alpine to the side. We're on board with Carlos Sainz. These two drivers who don't usually get a chance to fight at the front. It's usually their teammates who've delivered us with some amazing battles. Now, let's see who comes out on top in this battle. Carlos Sainz, lap after lap after lap, and you can see where the graphic has been gaining.
We're looking.
And this might be the reason why. And this might be the reason why. Because he is going slowly, he's losing power. This might be the reason why Sainz has been closing in. We were just talking about how much he's gaining on the graphic. Last lap was a big gain. And now this will be the chance. If Sergio Perez really is losing power, it is going to be a horrid sight with Carlos Sainz surely about to go through, about to take the lead. You can see him getting closer and closer, going for it to the inside. Loads of smoke up in the air, but it will be Carlos Sainz who takes the lead. Perez tries to fight back immediately. These two rivals battling down to turn one. Can Perez fight back? No. Sainz moves up, moves through, and take P1. So there we go. You took P1 with that move over the curb, late on the brakes. Lovely stuff. Okay, let's ride on board now with the Red Bull. And see, so a bit of a lock up there as well from Sergio Perez. That was the smoke that we saw. And then he got a great exit, got great traction. Pulled alongside, it was going to be risky to go the long way around. He would have been thrown wide, possibly. And you have to be careful because the McLaren of Norris is directly behind. Oh, Sergio Perez slowing, and the driver.
I love the engine.
Yeah.
The driver who found himself dominating this race for such a long period. It has gone all wrong for him in the final stages. Well, here we go then. We are battling our way through. That's Nicholas Latifi trying to defend as well. As we see a late move on the brakes. And it's going to be oh so close as we come over the line, and Bottas trying to go the long way around. Can he get there? He's trying to get past Nicholas Latifi. Can he turn in? Can he take the position? He did take the position. Let's see, this is how he did it. Opportunistic stuff. Latifi not thinking that he would get attacked that time around. He did. And then it was a drag race. It was turned into. Bottas did keep his foot in. Latifi did leave the room. And Bottas did take the place in the end. What a drive from Carlos Sainz. And Carlos Sainz, who would have seen Sergio Perez decreasing in power. He made a brave move to the inside to get into the race lead. Norris was closing in behind, but then he's pulled away. He's used the advantage of that Scarlet Ferrari with clouds in the air and a chance of rain. It did not hit in the end, and that's exactly what he would have hoped for. And now he is on his way to take race victory as he comes round the final corner. Carlos Sainz will come across the line to win the Grand Prix. Super stuff from him. At the end of the 57 laps, he is P1 and the first driver to come across the line. Look at the celebrations. Norris will take second. And on the podium, Zhou Guanyu. Okay, let's run into the race results then, shall we? Carlos Sainz, a day that he will remember. Norris in second place, a day that Zhou will remember as well. In third, Esteban Ocon in fourth, Daniel Ricciardo, Fernando Alonso, Charles Leclerc, Kevin Magnussen, Sebastian Vettel, and Alexander Albon are your top 10. Well, Sergio Perez, while he didn't finish, at least he can say that he did get the fastest lap in this race. Bottas, Latifi, Gasly, and then a long list of retirements. You add Perez, Stroll, Hamilton, Schumacher, Tsunoda, Russell, and Max Verstappen, who was disqualified, was given the black flag for hitting out George Russell.